I thought I would just let you know that, so you could see when I saw it show that I like went back there, and he was like editing it to make it look like what I was doing, which is not that big of a deal, but okay, done. And have my coffee. And then I'm gonna have to go back to the UFix I buy at place and pick up my Wii and bring it somewhere to get fixed where they're not gonna lie, just so they can take my money out of my bank account so I won't have any left. So if anybody's got any suggestions, leave them on here. Show them in my live chat. It's a place where they fix like computers and game consoles. This one's called UFix iBreak, but they told me it was going to be as much as it was, like whatever's left in my Fifth Third bank account. So I need to find a place that's not going to do that to me. So if anybody has any suggestions, I just want it fixed and whatever it's normally charged for. That's all I ask. Not so that you can take all my money out of my bank account and pimp me out.
Yes. Get your weather when you want it with Fox 17.
All right, 8:42. Let's go Grand Rapids. I'm proud of you. Well, a new hot dog shop is opening in West Michigan today.
Candace Monticelli is live at Rockin' Dogs in Sparta with all the details. Hi there.
Hey, good morning. So we've been trying some hot dogs all throughout the morning here at Rocky Dogs. And Jeff is cooking us up another one. It has a mac and cheese on it, if you can believe that. Thomas, there are some crazy ingredients, but you guys are excited. Everything opening today at 11. What can folks expect when they walk in the door?
They can expect a stellar hot dog. That's what they can expect.
There you go.
Stellar hot dog.
Yeah, Jeff's making up the Fleetwood Mac right now, and that's got mac and cheese, a little bit of a spice on the queso, but not over the top, and some bacon, and then it's got some cracker crumbles on there.
Now, you guys have tried every single one. So if we come in and I say, hey, what's on the, barbecue blues? Is that one good? You can answer that?
Oh, absolutely. They're all good.
Now, what are your hours for when folks want to come down today and throughout the rest of the week?
So we open at 11, and our core hours are 11 to 7:30. Those will fluctuate based off of community demand, and we're gonna give the people what they want in that sense. So.
Now, I know we're all based on rock and roll, and this is only just the beginning. You guys will add a bit of more music influence here in the coming months, correct?
Absolutely. We're gonna try to have live music at least 2 to 3 times a week, and those should be acoustic, if not upscale to a bigger band. We don't want customers to be overwhelmed, but we do want a bit more of a family environment with some music. So.
All right, so Thomas, I'm going to pass the mic off to you. You tell them how they can find you and where on Facebook and address. I'm going to dig into one of these.
Definitely. So 203 East Division Street, Sparta, Michigan, and we have Twitter accounts, Instagram accounts, and Facebook accounts.
Oh, yeah.
She approves of the Fleetwood Mac.
Go.
Back to you guys.
It looks good. Mac and cheese. I'm all about that.
All right, so 8:44 and still ahead.
Well, comedian Pete Lee is taking the stage at Dr. Grins this weekend. He'll join us with a sneak peek of the show coming up next.
Get Fox 17's weekend weather forecast in Spanish in the latest edition of El Informador, West Michigan's Spanish language newspaper. Available on newsstands now. On the next Modern Family, will Gloria beat Jay at his own game?
I'm going to teach them real chess, not the Colombian version. We actually use the pieces to play the game, not smuggle stuff out of the country.
I know one Colombian piece you won't be playing with later.
On the next Modern Family. Tonight at 7 on Fox 17.
Remember your first bike? No, your first real bike. So can you imagine the feeling you'll get from your first real truck? The GMC Sierra.
I have no suggestions yet. My Wii is what I worked out on, so I need it.
GM employee program participants with an eligible GM lease can get this low mileage
It just
lease
said it
on
wasn't
a
reading the
specially
desk.
equipped 2018 GMC Sierra SLA.
It was like turning in part of the disc, and then as soon as I'd get to like the exercise part, it was like stopping. I couldn't read it.
Kyle, we talked about this.
There's no monsters.
But you said they'd be watching us all the time.
No, honey, we meant that Progressive would be protecting us 24/7.
We just bundled home and auto and saved money. That's nothing to be afraid of. Good night, Kyle.
I told you I was
He's never like this. I think something's going on at school. He's not engaging.
When you get an air conditioning unit from West Michigan Heating and Air Conditioning, enjoy quieter evenings on the patio. Joe is happy he has the Lennox smartphone app. He can adjust his cooling system from the putting green. Debbie's car gets hot on a summer day. It's different at home. Crisp, cool comfort. The Lennox variable capacity system has saved them money. Serenity is theirs, thanks to their new quiet running Lennox from West Michigan Heating and Air Conditioning. Contact them today and ask about money-saving rebates. Let Lennox keep you cool.
Whenever news breaks.
Hey, it's getting violent. There's a fight.
Wherever news breaks.
Police have moved in.
Fox 17 puts you right there.
We're gonna try to move in closer.
With push
I believe
alerts
that they're
on
open
air
there,
and on
so.
Facebook Live.
We have
After I
breaking
got done
news out of
swimming,
Mount Pleasant where a suspect is still
we
at
edited my
large.
swimming
You can see
video.
there's continued
and
heavy police
made it look
presence.
like
Larry
I was,
Nasser
like,
has
not
received his
going to a
last
pool
punishment in this ongoing sex abuse scandal.
I edited my video and made it look like I was like
When
turning
news
my
breaks,
head.
turn to Fox
I can't
17.
remember what else they turned
If
to
you're
look
being
like.
taken advantage of, the Fox 17
I
problem
went to the
solvers
pool and
want
did
to help
laps
you.
for 2 hours. And the whole 2 hours I was swimming was missing from my video.
All right, 8:47. Comedian Pete Lee is taking the stage tonight at Dr. Grin.
That's right. He's got a great story to tell, too. It started in Wisconsin to New York. Now he's in L.A. Great to see you.
I'm in Los Angeles now. Yeah, I can't even believe I'm not wearing sunglasses and on my phone. You know, I'm so LA at this point.
You've been there how long?
4 days.
Yeah.
4 days.
A veteran.
Yeah.
Right.
I've changed. I have changed. I'm living in my apartment. I'm in the middle of a move, so I'm on an air mattress, and then I bought patio furniture. So every morning I wake up and I turn over to my girlfriend and I go, "This could all be yours."
And she's like, I'm down for that.
Yeah.
So, but you spent some time in New York, and then why to move to the West Coast?
I've done the Tonight Show 3 times in the last year, so I was like, you know what? I've done everything that you can do in New York City, comedy-wise. I've reached the pinnacle, and now it's time to go to LA and see if I can really make it. Fingers
for
crossed.
you.
Yeah, there it is.
There you go. And you're on tonight, right? From the Magic of TV.
Yeah, I'm on the Tonight Show tonight, so if you want to stay up really late, you can watch that.
But first, go to a show at Dr. Grin.
Yeah, go to my show, Dr. Grins, and then go home.
There you
I
go.
just saw that guy.
Yeah, exactly.
There it is.
So how did you get into comedy?
Probably insecurity, needing to make strangers laugh. I actually, my freshman year roommate in college, I went to the University of Minnesota. He was like, "You're really funny, you should do this." And he wrote down all my funny thoughts at dinner, like a stalker. And then at the end of the year, he gave me that notebook. And
No way.
yeah. And
Are you serious?
So do you still talk to that guy?
No, he was one of those mountain people that was like, "I'm gonna go off the grid and live in the mountains of
Really?
Montana." So I write letters to his mom, and then she forwards them to the
Really?
woods. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, I'm serious. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I don't even know how to thank him because he's in the woods camping.
That's really cool though. He did that for you, you know?
Yeah, it's an odd story.
I love asking this question, but how do your parents feel about you doing what you do?
Well, at first, my dad was like, you know, you need a real job, something to fall back on. And then, and you guys remember a couple of years ago when the economy really tanked? My dad and both my brothers were laid off, and I was the only one that had a job in comedy. So I was like, do you guys need to borrow money? I have a real job.
Go. So where do you get a lot of your material from? Just life and...
Yeah, life, just like things happen. So I moved to California recently, and this is an example of something that I just wrote down. My girlfriend took me camping, and she was like, you need to be prepared. And so like I'm such a city guy now. So I was in the woods, and I was like, well, you know what I need for camping? Credit card. Like I need my credit card. I'm out in the wilderness.
Right.
Is a bear gonna attack me? And I'm like, do you take Visa?
Yes, exactly.
That's all I have.
You're
for you.
right.
That's it.
Well, that's all right. Welcome to the big city now, right?
Yeah, welcome to the big city of
Of
Grand Rapids.
I know.
Yeah.
Drink some beer. There you go.
I'm gonna enjoy your rapids.
They're coming back. They're working on bringing those back, actually. For real, yeah. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, so we'll do the funnies after the break.
We sure will.
This is Alice. She has the AT&T DirecTV bundle.
I get tons of HD.
Spectrum has tons of HD, on demand, and the sports channels are included.
DirecTV Select doesn't include sports channels, and I had to get a Cinema Connection kit to watch on demand.
And you get that ugly satellite dish.
Get Spectrum TV $29.99 a month. Call 844-420-2999.
And Spectrum Internet starts at 100 megabits with no data caps.
My starting speed is only 50 megabits. Spectrum is 2 times faster.
Get Spectrum Internet $29.99 a month. Call 844-420-2999.
And Spectrum Voice has unlimited nationwide calling with no additional taxes and fees.
I'd switch, but I'm in one contract for TV, a second one for internet. I could pay hundreds to cancel.
Spectrum has no contracts, and they'll help buy out yours.
I'm calling Spectrum.
Spectrum TV, Internet, and Voice, $29.99 a month each. Call 844-420-2999.
So like I was saying, Hefty's strong, and it's a great deal.
You know, I love saving money. Christy, Sarah, Kim, your husband's awaiting up front. I don't have a husband.
Me neither.
Get Hefty Ultra Strong. Costs less than Glad Force Flex or sold head to head.
Your attention, please. Dare to see Blue Man Group tonight at Briar Street Theater.
FM 106.5. More music, more variety. More music, less talk. FM 106.5. We specialize in music that makes you feel good while you work. FM 106.5.
To feel like a kid again, just add water. Kalahari Resorts and Conventions in Sandusky, Ohio. Explore, dine, relax, and splash at America's largest indoor water parks. Plan your summer getaway at KalahariResorts.com.
Behold, the way of wow. The path to wow is best traveled by lava. Float. Embrace the sound of wow. The way of wow says summer is no bummer. Find the way of wow for $5 and below. $5 below. Just go.
When news breaks, turn to Fox 17 on air and on Facebook Live.
Well, we're headed for 80 this afternoon. Maybe a chance for a shower south, especially later on in the afternoon and evening, but I think our better opportunity is going to be overnight through tomorrow. A little bit more of a scattered nature by tomorrow morning, but I think the rain's done by Sunday. Some spots to the north don't get any at all.
Davis, take it away.
Roll the Friday Funnies. Good to see ya.
No, you guys too. I missed you guys.
Holy cow, Gary. She said she missed us.
Well, let me clarify. I missed
it's-
David.
30 more seconds, she'll be fed up with us in no time.
That's
We'll work diligently to make sure that's the case. I got a feeling about 6:15 there's going to be some Monday motivation on Tuesday. We'll be fed up with you.
The bend and snap. Maybe coming back.
David, start practicing. I'm coming to you next. The bend and no. Try it again. Ready and make sure you really get the snap down. Ready and snap. Close. Good job. Good job.
A little bit chilly out today.
Yeah, yes. Like we've been saying, doesn't only feel like June.
Well, you say chilly and you look at me. I don't know why that is. He's the weather guy.
You're so handsome.
I was just looking at you.
Your gym's outside.
No, I
There's so
go
much
to the
talent.
gym, then I go
It was
outside
like
and play
snow.
golf. I think you missed that part.
Dandelion
Right?
things like
I know your brain's not working because it's been off for 10 days.
all over.
Wow. And the first pitch of the
And then I came back here and I was like, it's
1.
freezing. I said my air conditioner on.
Yeah. 3, 2. 3, 2, 1. Oh!
Good job, Lisa.
10 out of 10.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. He's using that form already. That's impressive.
Oh, that's a 9. It's 8 o'clock. It's also hour number 4. I'm Mike Avery.
And I'm Deanna Colso. Rob Westby with traffic. Gary Frank with the forecast. Oh my gosh!
Did you forget?
I did.
Wow.
Davis, I've been gone so long. I definitely didn't forget about you.
That guy over there. Yeah.
No, I just forgot about the process.
Yeah,
Now it's
you're
falling
right.
apart.
Oh.
The current record is 1,099, but Brett managed to do 2,200 dips.
You dip, we dip.
We dip. We dip. What's that?
You can't think of it. So that's the only part I
Is
know.
that Tootsie Roll?
I don't know.
See-
Davis, do you have any Tootsie
See,
Rolls?
no, the Tootsie Roll. No,
That was part of her dance
1,103.
routine during intermission in basketball games. The Tootsie Roll song.
104.
When I was cheerleading, we had a dance.
We're gonna have Thursday morning.
No, it's
too.
And then we did it
It's Wednesday. Isn't it?
at the pep rally.
For a second, I thought it was Thursday, and you let us all down. All these people that turn their alarm on, you know, and wake up this time and they think it's Thursday, thrown off.
They got Tootsie Rolls.
They can assess your child and see which lesson they should be in. I think you might be seeing a bug on your screen right now.
We're gonna try to sumo wrestle with each other.
They're going to do the bubble balls.
Oh.
Stay tuned.
All
I
right.
will win.
I don't know if I can hit Davis because he's frail. We like to respect our elders. I believe Mike would probably hit him because he doesn't respect them as much. So, you know.
Now we got something going here.
Don't forget to bow.
Davis, can you get up? Can you get up?
I don't either. I think
What's that song? Fergie, Hungry.
Come on, Mike, you got this. He's going.
Come on, Mike.
He's going easy on you, Mike.
You say the realist? You say you're the realist? I told you. Don't say I didn't warn you.
All right, so we'll see Davis tomorrow.
That's an
So
image
good.
that I will not soon forget.
All right, have a good weekend, guys. What's next?
Happiness grows at WW Greenhouses. For a dose of springtime happiness, visit WW Greenhouses in Hudsonville. The delightful array of color and texture will create cheerful settings in every corner of your yard. Cheerful combinations and unique varieties make decorating your yard fun. And don't forget the veggies and herbs. Shop WW Greenhouses, where happiness grows. On Chicago Drive in Hudsonville, see website for hours and specials.
WW Greenhouses. You've got dreams. Big dreams. Small dreams. Even some weird dreams. But wherever your dreams take you, remember, we've got cars. Fast cars. Big cars. Sensible cars. All kinds of cars. You've got a phone? We've got a website. Swipe your way around more than 1,500 used cars and find your next dream machine. Visit foxmotors.com.
Hi, I'm Realtor Jeff Glover. When it comes to selling homes, it starts with marketing. My team and I sell more homes in Michigan than any other real estate team. In fact, when you hire me, Realtor Jeff Glover, you not only get the #1 team in the state on your side, you get the #1 marketing budget for your West Michigan home. The more money we spend on marketing your home means driving more traffic and putting more money in your pocket. Call me today at 855-JEFF-SELLS. That's 855-JEFF-SELLS.
Every weekday morning, mix it up with Leanne Town and Todd Chance on the Fox 17 Morning Mix, where every show is all about you. Take that can-do attitude and make life easier. Better, tastier, more fun. See the best West Michigan has to offer you and your family. From around the house to your town and beyond. Mix up your morning with the Fox 17 Morning Mix. Every weekday at 9. Fox 17 News is closed captioned for the deaf and hard of hearing.
Each year, over 153,000 kids end up in the emergency room with a head injury from a bike accident.
That's why the Sinus Dramus Law Firm, the Brain Injury Association of Michigan, and Fox 17 partner to provide lids for kids.
This bike helmet giveaway and safety event will be held Saturday, June 9th at Garfield Park.
Children up to age 12 will receive a free bike helmet.
Go to fox17online.com for more information.
And we'll see you on June 9th for
Lids for Kids.
A girlfriend wakes up to a bloody scene.
He's dead! He's dead! I think he killed himself.
Suicide.
There's blood everywhere.
Murder.
Died from homicidal force.
Or was alcohol to blame?
You think he had 10 beers?
No, he had 2 beers.
Prime Lunch Daily.
Today at 3 on Fox 17. Looking for the best deals around town? Let the Fox 17 Smart Shopper do some of the heavy lifting. Start stretching your dollars the Smart Shopper way. Go from pinching pennies to saving big bucks. Watch Smart Shopper Thursdays at 7:30 on Fox 17 Morning News.
That hat that we did on the phone. They need to look at.
Well, welcome and thanks for mixing up your morning with us. I'm Leanne Town.
Good morning, Leanne Town, and good morning, mixers. I'm Todd Chance. It's Friday.
I took out the pixels off
Made
my
it all the
face.
way.
Sound
kind of congested.
Do I sound a little congested?
You're battling the elements out there, aren't you?
It's like snow. It's cottonwood.
I know it.
Yeah.
My son is miserable.
Here's the
too.
weather. Here's me. A little bit under
extra
today, but it's nothing's gonna bring me down. It's Friday.
It's
the weekend.
I left my weed there overnight at the same place that wanted to take all
We
my
have a lot to
money.
get to on the day. It
So
is a
there's
packed
probably
morning buzz
somebody
and a
that
historic
made it
victory
look like they
for
were
the Washington Capitals. The hockey team won its first Stanley Cup in the franchise's 44-year history. The Caps topped the Vegas Golden Knights 4-3 Thursday night. Lars Eller had the game-winning goal in the third period. This is the first sports championship
I'll get a
in
little bit
Washington,
out.
D.C. since
I
the
was going to
Redskins
go
beat
to
the
that
Bills
Snap
back in Super Bowl
Fitness. Then when I just got back on there to look it up, because after my weed broke, I was like, I need a place to work out at. I can't go to Planet Fitness, you know, the purple place that was made for me, like
All right,
the
well,
Abrams
slam
days.
dunk of a
To
deal at
wake up and
Taco
do
Bell
abs
in
on
the
my
coming
floor
days.
every
You can
morning.
eat there for free
It's
thanks
an
to a
11-minute back burn.
basketball
It's really
team.
cool, actually.
Earlier
like
this
it.
week,
But
the
I
Golden
can't go
State
there.
Warriors
Some
beat the
girls
Cleveland
pretend she's me.
Cavaliers in Ohio to
So,
celebrate this coming Wednesday. Taco Bell will give out a free
then when I was looking at
Doritos
Snap
Locos
Fitness, they were
Taco
like,
from 2 until
it went
6.
from
The tacos, of
whatever
course, made with
the
a Doritos
price
crunch
was
shell.
to like
You may want
an
to check with your
$80
local
fee to
Taco
start.
Bell locations because not all of them may be participating in this deal, so we don't want you to let down. We don't want any hurt feelings, you know what I mean? And empty stomachs. All right, toes in the sand, beer in hand, Burning Foot Beer Festival 2018. Tickets go on sale this Saturday. The 4th annual festival will feature 70 Great Lakes region breweries, food, bands, games, art, camping, and more from 3 to 9 on Saturday, August 25th at Pierre Marquette Park. But the event will be previewed by the ticket release party from noon to 5 on June 9th at the volleyball course behind Western Market, right in downtown Muskegon. Weekend passes will be available at the party for $45. Tickets go on sale online for $50 at 5:01 p.m. on Saturday. Sandbox VIP tickets are $125. Only $200 of those are available. Burning Foot is Michigan's only barefoot beer festival on the beach. Shoes can be checked in during the festival. Proceeds benefit the NOAA project.
You
That
know-
sounds like so much fun.
You know the no shoes, no service thing?
Yeah.
No shoes, all the service here. You can't have shoes.
right.
I don't have shoes,
You
I'm
know, a
going
new
to
155,000 square foot Meyer store is now set to
plus
open on
this-
July 12th
the
in Hudsonville. There will be a
parking
ribbon
lot
cutting
was
ceremony to
repaved, so
dedicate
it's
the
like
store on its
blacktop.
first day of business.
So,
The store's gas
I
station
thought
will be
it was
opening even
some
earlier. That's
so
happening next
hot.
Thursday. The new Hudsonville store is the 117th Meyer store in
Since you
Michigan.
guys look
It will employ about
repeatedly steal all
300
of
people.
my shit.
They
I
say they're
don't
still
have
looking
any.
for employees.
Just random
So if you're looking for a job, make
hanging
sure to check out the
around that I could probably
website on your
drag
screen there for more information. And the big day. It's finally here to celebrate the end of the school year. Here we go, parents. Grand Rapids is opening all of its city pools and the splash pads. That happens today, and the weather looks good. The pools are at Briggs, Martin Luther King Jr., and Richmond Parks. All three will be open 7 days a week, of course, except for the holiday July 4th. Punch cards and family passes are available, or you can pay a daily fee. It's $1 for kids who are residents and $4 for those who aren't. The 14 splash pads are free and open from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m.
All right, well, did you know that drowning is actually a leading cause of death among children, including infants and toddlers? Parents have been hearing a lot lately in the news about dry drowning, and unfortunately, there's a lot of misinformation out there, too. Dr. Erica Michaels, Associate Director for the Pediatric Emergency Department at Helen DeVos Children's Hospital, says she has seen many families coming into the emergency department concerned about dry drowning. Of course, she shares...
I don't want people going to emergency department for it.
Lady Princess Jasmine. Yes. Your turn, Princess Lila.
They changed their name.
Yes, right.
Now, IHOP, you've heard, is becoming IHOB.
Oh.
But they haven't revealed what the B is.
Breakfast?
People are, I think that's what I would say. But the debate is biscuits, barnacles, buttersquash, bacon, or
As soon as I said us three, there's like 500 people that made pictures of like two girls and trying to get with all that. So I was like, you guys do realize that we were the only ones that were walking around with the boobs.
Because of the
So,
whole
like,
Grand
when you're
Slam
seeing
thing.
like the gold
You Grand Slam it, you're
he's talking
breakfast.
about us.
That's what you are.
Not somebody that doesn't even
And you're international.
just throwing that out
places
there.
are doing the, like, what
So that when you
what
guys
what is our
fucking
show?
pretend like this is all
Kelly,
fake.
Car. We're Car. We're Kelly and Ryan.
We could change
You guys are
Call
fake.
this be Car.
Yeah. Are we car?
The kids call us car. I will still call it IHOP because IHOP is not what I grew up with.
I think IHOP is chic, and IHOP sounds like you've got a cold. Let's go to IHOP. We want you to keep it IHOP. Why does everything have to change?
She's so jealous. Like, she was like running around pretending she was me, and then when I moved into my condo, the only reason they even wanted to come inside there and like run around was
My
because
daughter is a professional assassin and should be a Hollywood agent. Just saying.
Which are synonymous.
Okay, so first of all, I told you for prom night she negotiated 2 hours later.
they were like trying to put things on there to make fun of me. But it was the same scenarios they were putting me in on purpose so that they could
And
make
it
fun
was
of
an
me.
intense
So,
negotiation.
I'm gonna put them in the
At a
same
certain point, my
scenario.
husband wound
See
up
what I'm saying?
negotiating against himself in a very. She wore him down to the point where he got so weak he started counter-offering against himself, and she swooped in and said,
She made the deal.
Deal. Then came the prom photos. Okay? Prom photos happened. I went to pre-prom. She disinvited me, but
You still showed up.
her date's mom re-invited me, and there I was. I was like parsley. She could not get rid of me. There I was. So I took a ton of photos, and I did the photo sharing thing so that everybody who has, photos can see their photos. So Lola posted a photo, date posted a photo. I'm not allowed to name her date, and I'm probably not allowed to name her either, but here we go. It's live TV. What are we going to do about it? So Lola posted. He posted. My dad posted. Everybody posted. Lola says to me, "You can't post it." I said, "What? It's my photo. I took it. Of course I can post it." She's like, "No, you can't." I said, "Then can I show it on TV?" She goes, "Let me think about it." Nothing. She sort of leaves me hanging. So then I get a text.
They thought like if they run around and made it look like I was doing drugs,
very negotiated,
that it would look like they weren't.
I can I can post the photo on Instagram, but I
That's what
cannot
I'm doing.
have any comment I want. She has to agree. She has to write the copy. Okay, you ready for what she came up with? Hang on. It's prom night 2018.
Did you know that all my stuff that was in my bedroom at Andrew's mom's
I added
house
5 stars.
upstairs, when I had to go back
And everybody's
there,
like, "You can't just add
one of the days
an
they just had
emoji."
people
She
show
didn't
up
approve those. I was
on
like, "Sure as I
purpose.
can. This is still America."
And Tiffany was like,
I
"You
will
can
say,
go put all your stuff
when I put it
in
out there, I
my
was like,
bedroom."
a little afraid.
So she had all of
So then
Tyson's
she's like, "Well,
and
now there's a
Sydney
caveat. Then
Norman's
there's a but, right? So you post it. She's like,
and
but,
Jace's and her stuff
But-
in there
but since you
with me
posted
like
it,
no laundry done and stuff like
now
that.
you can't
all
show it on
dirty
the air."
all over the place.
And I was like,
and so I just set my diaper bag in there. And then the house got raided.
She didn't
and
say
they made it look like
I
that.
can show the Instagram photo. Isn't that a great photo?
Incredible. He looks great, and she looks stunning.
Yeah, isn't that great?
How beautiful.
How about that?
That's a great shot.
So, there it is, everybody.
Kenneth might have been part of that scenario.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Because
That
remember
photo
that
could go at
they
any
used
time.
my food card, and I don't
By
know
the
if
way,
it was
there
one
are
that
less
put it on
conditions
or not.
on
I
that
don't know.
Singapore
It was
summit
immature.
than there are on your prom with your daughter.
They should send me into the UN. I'm not kidding.
Forget Dennis Rodman. Kelly's coming in.
I've negotiated with Lola for not just.
But I remember
not
when my
just
Social Security check
perfume
came this
and,
month.
and posting
Supposed to
pictures.
come on the
but
3rd, and he
the
had
dress
it
was an
moved to
intense
come on the
negotiation.
1st.
And,
So that way, when
and,
I got $400
well, I
out
mean, I
and
won't
gave
get
it
into it, but there
directly
was
to
lots of
him,
negotiations that went into
you
the
could
making
totally
of
pretend
hashtag
that's
Lola's
not
Prom
what I did.
2018.
So now they
By
just
the way, it's not even
edited a
Lola's prom.
video that I recorded myself of.
Tarek's prom. There I say.
Do you need a place to stay this weekend?
Probably.
She would be locked out of her own house. The locksmith is on the way.
No, I mean.
But
Yeah, you can break into a house as
They're
long as you
actually
got a
very
realtor
sweet
too.
and they're
And you like
very,
him?
very much, very.
And then if you show up at that
very much.
location, you could pretend like you were the one that came there in the first place. In fact, Jerry Paquin could have access to following you to fuck around so that he could make it look like
all
he was
look
the
forward
one who was
to
doing it.
again next year.
That way Sarah Paquin would look like she
the
was
run
doing
through.
that on
But
purpose.
Jamie Gelman also had her prom. And also was very beautiful. And
But I was just
literally
wondering
guilted
why
Lola
somebody named
by showing
Sarah
her Lori
/ son
photos.
stole $2,500 out of my Huntington bank account on the corner.
There's a lot of permission to post. Right. Well, so but I was like, Jamie, let her not post. It's unfair.
You know, when I grew up, my parents were in charge. What the hell is happening here? What has happened here? My parents,
I don't think she was so happy that I had a baby. Although
These kids will,
that doesn't mean you get to steal my tax refunds, my children, my cars, my
I
home.
literally looked at her and I go, breach of privacy? You're the one that installed the stupid app on my phone.
Today on the show,
So
President
when I say my phone is hot, she just edited my video when I plugged it into the wall in the neighbor's house.
And our Fired Up Friday fan booty face-off continues with Philippe.
I don't know what you guys call
I'm not sure why I said that
psychotic,
with an accent, but
but I'm pretty
let's
sure
check
we're
in with him
borderline
right now.
mad.
Hi, Philippe.
How you doing?
How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm so excited to start grilling with you guys.
Philippe, for some reason I thought you would have a French accent.
Well, not me. No. I'm 100% Polish.
When you switched it, and I got on it last night, I went to go play the video of like me. I wanted to see me doing laps, so I was like bringing it up on my phone, and I was looking at it, and I was like,
Ryan is not on a cleanse, so tell us.
okay, all it did is just show me like walking up to this house at nighttime, and then washing my hair,
So what you see right there, we have
so that way it would look like I was just coming here and washing my hair. Because he went downstairs yesterday and proceeded to say that somebody was here fixing the hot water heater. So they were gonna make it look like I needed a shower. Hot water heater worked yesterday morning when I took a shower before I went to go give labs. Before I went to You Buy It, I Fix It. Then I came back here and went to the pool for like an hour and a half or so, maybe a little bit longer. I laid out in the shade for a little bit because my knee was getting fixed. So then I moved over to the other side and laid in the sun for like maybe 10 minutes. So I just needed a little bit of sun to drive me crazy. I can't. Then I came back here and made dinner, which is in the same complex, and then turned around where I live at, put my bathing suit back on, and went and did laps.
There she is. That is Martha
So,
From Bronx, New York. She is 87 years old.
That's inspiring. Well, great to see you, and thank you for coming. Let's call Ron from Bethel, Maine right now.
Okay.
So can you go home after telling that story?
Well, she's in school, yeah, so she won't see it.
But
You know.
it would be funny if that was the
only
only
see
thing
it
they were
when,
hacking
you know,
on my
it's too late,
telephone.
when it's too
But
late.
since they don't want me to be able to pay my telephone bill, they're making it look like if I had to borrow money to pay my telephone bill. That's why they hacked my bank accounts and stole my money.
hello, is Ron available?
So I don't know if that's like them admitting that they're
Hello,
doing
Ron.
it.
How are you?
Because I was just wondering
Good,
what
thank
the
you for
fuck
asking. It's
Sarah
Ryan Seacrest and
Schmidt
Kelly
and
Ripa calling
Dave
on the air
Schmidt
right now.
think they can get on my
No
fucking
kidding.
phone for it.
Ron,
And when Sarah Paquin gets on my
we're
fucking
very
phone,
serious. Yes. Ron, I'm looking
and Joe
I'm looking
Paquin's
at your
her
photos
family member, and you stupid
you a
ass motherfuckers
cowboy?
are running around here fucking treating me like that. I can't fucking wait to get
So
one
we're
of
gonna
you.
spin the wheel.
And I don't care which one of you it is.
This is a great prize, the Manchester Grand Hyatt in San Diego.
Santiago.
Yes. 7 days and 6 nights. It includes $900 trip is
I don't
provided
know
in part
what I
by
would
Priceline. It's a prize value of
spend my money and go get
$4,500.
a
You have 20
professional
seconds to pick
massage
one
for.
guess. Good luck.
After I walked around for a year carrying heavy bags around while you were trying to murder me. Not really sure what I went and did that for, are you?
Where in Los Angeles did Alicia say she took her son to see a screening of
I was just wondering why you thought it was your business and now why I don't have a way to go get my fucking hair done. And my car is stolen. Hello? I just did that. Oh, I can't hear one. I don't like him anymore. I don't like him. I quit watching that show because I don't like him. Because I don't want to smack him. Who's that, Ryan? And Kelly and Ryan? Smack his ass. Can't even watch it.
And the whole idea of the G7, the G6 originally, was to get people together to find solutions so they could talk in an informal way and that could lead to ways forward, which it has in the past. And then bringing Russia in was trying to recognize the new role of Russia in the world after the fall of the Iron Curtain, and to make that a broader discussion. It was the Russian aggression that led the others to say, sorry, you're not invited anymore. But the forum still exists so leaders can hash out these differences. But I haven't seen one before where the tensions are so high ahead of time. And a number of our friends and allies are feeling that they're really being mistreated and with questionable rationale on the part of the United States.
So tensions are high, and then you have President Trump saying this morning that we may terminate NAFTA. Here's what he said.
If we're unable to make a deal, we'll terminate NAFTA. We'll have a better deal. If we are unable to make a deal, we will be better off. Right now, we are not going to live with the deals the way they are. European Union treats us very unfairly. Canada, very unfairly. Mexico, very unfairly. With that being said, I think we'll probably very easily make a deal.
Needless to say, Stephen Moore, that is not going to help lower tensions ahead of the president going to the G7.
This is a big meeting. I mean, this is going to be, I think, consequential. Look, Trump has said from the very start, from the first moment he started running for president, he doesn't like these trade deals. He wants them renegotiated. He wants better deals. You know, when I've talked to the president about this, he keeps saying, and he says this publicly, look, I'm for free trade. It has to be fair. He actually wants these other countries to lower their tariffs to give access to American goods. And by the way, I think the American people are generally behind him on that. The other thing, I think, big story that's going on with the G7 countries, look, Trump's, one of his themes is America first. And a lot of the G7 countries don't like that. But one of the things he can really boast about in this meeting, I'm sure he will, is guess what country in the world has by far the strongest economy today? The United States. Just a report came out a couple days ago that the European Union is growing at half a percentage point. We're growing at 4.5%. So I think he's going to be pretty boastful and say, look, we're doing it right in the United States. You should get behind us. By the way, I think the NAFTA thing, boy, you know, given how important NAFTA is, not just economically, but to the geo kind of political situation in North America, I sure hope we don't drop out of NAFTA. I mean, I think it needs to be modernized, but we should not drop out.
You have President Macron of France tweeting, saying, look, okay, President Trump, you can be in isolation as the six of us will reach a deal. Can the U.S. afford to be the odd man out with our allies?
Well, I mean, look, the fact of the matter is, the United States is the alpha male in the world economy today. Every nation needs access to American market.
Today, in your view?
I think so, but I mean, look, we have every country, and by the way, Canada is our closest ally by far. I mean, it makes no sense to me to be picking any kind of fight with Canada. But with these European countries, I think he's going to say, look at what we're doing in the United States. We're cutting taxes, we're cutting our regulations, we're growing our economy. And, he said this to the European leaders before. I'm for America first, you should be for your nation first. And by the way, that doesn't mean isolationist. It just means put your own people's interests, your own citizens' interests first.
And you said he shouldn't be picking a fight with Canada. That's exactly what he seems to be doing this morning on Twitter, calling out Canada for what he says are unfair trade practices. And then he said this, Christopher, looking forward to straightening out our unfair trade deals with the G7 countries. If it doesn't happen, we come out even better. How would the U.S. come out even better?
See, I think that's the problem. What Stephen was saying about the great growth in the U.S. just makes NAFTA more tantalizing. Canada sends most of its exports, in excess of 75%, to the United States, and it accounts for a little bit more than half of their GDP, trade does. So they're very trade dependent. He knows that. Trump knows that. He's pushing very hard. I don't think we're better off with no trade agreement with Canada. I think what we need is a better trade agreement. So we're going to have to go through the NAFTA negotiation process and have a successful outcome. And I feel like his threats are going to do no good. And this is one of the things that people easily forget in the U.S. Canada has domestic politics too. And Justin Trudeau has an election next year in October of 2019. And he can't afford to look wimpy with Donald Trump yelling at him all the time because then he won't get reelected. He won't be seen as standing up for Canada. So one of the reasons he's been tweeting back and standing up this week is he needs to protect his own flank and convince the Canadian people that he's not rolling over to Trump bullying.
Next month, $400.
Most Americans think that our number one trading partner is China. But it isn't. Canada and Mexico are by far our biggest, and this idea of having a North America free trade agreement, which goes back to Ronald Reagan, for goodness sakes, has worked well for the continent as we compete against Europe and Asia. We want the North American continent to be integrated.
I want to give the final word to the ambassador quickly. Just the message that this is sending with the president leaving the G7 summit early to go meet with a rogue dictator. How do you think our allies will view that? What are the optics there?
Then when I do that, you raise the prices everywhere the fuck I go and everything else.
First, we've been friends and allies for a long time. We have differences, but let's work this out. And I would include Mexico in that for the same reasons that were just mentioned. Canada and Mexico are our two largest export markets in the world. They depend on us, but we depend on them. U.S. farmers depend tremendously on sales to Mexico as well as to Canada. And Mexico has its own presidential elections on July 1st. The Mexican government cannot be seen to take a bad deal. And the new president, whoever that may be elected, can't be seen to come into a situation where he's yielding, not in a win-win-win situation, but in a win-lose situation to the U.S. So from all these perspectives, we have a lot at stake in these discussions.
With them pretending they're not stealing it,
China is the country that Trump is really
my stuff,
and if he
it would
wants
show
to
that I was receiving more money, so then I would be getting less help.
Got to have the
ally support.
In turn,
even more. Christopher Sands, Ambassador
I'm sitting here without anything.
I do appreciate it. Well, President Trump says war pardons are coming, and Muhammad Ali just might be next. We'll be right back.
So when they switch my mail
Join
around,
T-Mobile and get Netflix included for the whole family, so you can get lost in
and
space
just put my money into their bank account,
or get pumped up for your grand entrance.
Is that
embezzling? Watch your favorite movies and
you little
shows in
tiny
more
boy,
places
little boy,
Get
you can't make your own
family
money.
plan with Netflix on us. And right now at T-Mobile, buy one Samsung Galaxy S9 and get one free.
Can you actually love wearing powerful sunscreen? Yes. Neutrogena Ultra Sheer. No other sunscreen works better or feels so good.
That must be
Clinically
the
proven
third jury
heliotrope
helping
provides
us
unbeatable
in this
UVA
situation
UVB
now.
protection to help prevent early skin aging and skin cancer.
skits.
All with a clean, light feel. For unbeatable
The
protection,
skits.
it's the one. The best for your skin. Ultra Sheer. Neutrogena.
Do not mistake serenity for weakness. Do not misjudge quiet tranquility for the power of 335 turbocharged horses. The Lincoln MKX, more horsepower than the Lexus RX 350, and a quiet interior from which to admire them.
For a limited time, get 0% APR on the Lincoln MKX.
Oh my gosh,
Plus,
don't
get
drive that
$1,000
car.
bonus cash.
Meeting people is my life. I had to be careful how wide I would open my mouth because I was embarrassed to show my teeth. It was time to do something for myself that was going to be permanent.
The Clear Choice one-day approach is making dental implants a reality for people all over the country who suffer from missing or failing teeth.
I felt like I was the most important person on earth to them.
Bill came in, bad teeth, discomfort, pain. We needed to get him into a smile that he felt confident in. We have expertise that you might not find anywhere else, all in one location.
The next day, I had a new smile. Couldn't wait to show some folks. It's amazing what a smile can do for a person.
Discover why this is so much more
One
than
good
another
thing,
dental
one
procedure.
less stress
It's a
rather
true
than
life
health
changer.
insurance
With over 30,000
there.
new smiles and counting,
It's just
we're lifting spirits and
don't
confidence
wanna
all over
admit it.
America. Schedule your
See
free
what I'm saying?
consultation today. We'll even talk about financing options.
I'm eating corn on the
I'm
cob.
not quite
I had
sure
the best
why they
smile
don't
I'd ever had in my
want
life.
to
Call
admit
Clear Choice today.
that was my health insurance this entire time,
They're tested for minus
except
40
for the fact
to 140 degrees Fahrenheit
that they're stealing
and
people's
subjected to
money.
wind-driven rain. They're even engineered to stop hurricane debris from penetrating your home. All with distinctive style that goes beyond the ordinary. Pella windows and doors. Perfectly beautiful.
And when my health insurance booklet's there,
Let's get after
I'm having a hard time playing with the numbers on my
guys all sound the
tax
same.
phone. My
Prime time tonight at 9 Eastern on CNN.
Have you been told you can't get high-speed internet where you live? Well, you can with HughesNet Gen 5. Experience the power of next-generation satellite internet wherever you live. HughesNet Gen 5 is fast. You'll get 25 megabits per second,
That'd be a good deal,
plus built-in
soon, because I was
Wi-Fi,
thinking,
and there's no hard data limits.
I know I gotta go back
So
to the
wherever you
cancer
live,
center.
now
The
you
same
can do
place
more
that
of
made it look
everything
like I
you love
wasn't at the
online.
cancer center. The
Connect
same
on
place
social
that
media,
poked my arm to make it look
stay
like I went
informed.
downtown to shot up needles.
Watch the latest videos.
The same
and
people
help your kids
that
get
come
ahead.
up there and know that's what
No
I'm
wonder
there for and what I'm
HughesNet is
doing.
America's
but you
number
treat me
one
like that's
choice
not what I'm
for
doing.
satellite internet.
Act now to save big and get a
The same
2-year
people who
price
dug
lock
up the
guarantee.
sidewalk
Plus free
because I had to
standard
walk to my
installation.
appointment because he had to bring
So
me
what are you
early
waiting
on
for?
purpose.
Get
So that
HughesNet
they
Gen
could dig up the
5.
sidewalk and I could walk in the
order,
middle of the
call
road next to the moving traffic
1-800-743-9610.
the rest of the way
Be
to my
sure to
doctor's
ask about our home phone service too. Call 1-800-743-9610 today.
United Shades of America with Tabitha Malbell. New episode Sunday nights at 10.
Well, new this morning, President Trump just confirmed he
Then
has
as
a
I was
batch of new
walking in the
pardons in the
street,
works, and he
there was
dropped
like a
one
sign
very
that says
big name.
number 6.
He was not very
Graham,
popular then.
some,
He certainly, his
and
memory is very
drinks.
popular now. I'm thinking about
Then they were going to say, why are you
Muhammad Ali.
walking in the street? I think
I'm
you're
thinking
lost.
about that
You
very
need to come to
seriously.
the
And
hospital.
some others. And some folks that have sentences that aren't there. But I am
Pave
thinking
the
about
sidewalk
Muhammad
really
Ali.
quick and take all the signs down.
Joining me now are two big names in our world, CNN chief legal journalist Jeffrey Toobin and political director David Chalian. Jeffrey Toobin, first to you. He says he's thinking about pardoning Muhammad Ali. But here's the thing. The Supreme Court overturned his conviction, so is a pardon even needed?
I don't think so. It's a peculiar situation, and I would have to look into it. I mean, you can pardon someone who hasn't been charged. I mean, most famously, Gerald Ford pardoned Richard Nixon before he was charged with anything. I don't know how that would work in the context of someone who's no longer alive, who's obviously not going to be charged with anything in the future.
Frankly, I think this was a shiny object for all of us to look at. I don't think it has a great deal of significance one way or another, but just in terms as a practical matter, unlike Jack Johnson, who actually was convicted in a case widely regarded to be unjust, the Ali situation, I think, is different in the sense that there is no conviction for him to be pardoned for.
And David Chalian, of course, Muhammad Ali is beloved around the world. But what do you make of this? The president is considering pardoning another celebrity. Of course, earlier this week he did pardon Alice Johnson at the behest of Kim Kardashian. What do you make of all of this?
Well, this to me is classic Trump. I agree with Jeffrey. It is a bit of a shiny object. But Donald Trump's entire life has been about attaching himself to celebrities that could rub off on him and he would think a positive way. I mean, he had a show called The Celebrity Apprentice at one point. I mean, this is somebody who has very much wanted to benefit by the company he keeps in this way. And so taking one of the most beloved, famous men worldwide and saying, hey, I'm in this pardon routine right now and I'm going to pardon Muhammad Ali, it's just an embrace of somebody that he hopes can rub off some goodwill for him.
All right, so we talked about Muhammad Ali. He also, reporters asked him, have you thought about pardoning Paul Manafort, his former campaign chairman, or Michael Cohen, his personal attorney? Here's what he said about that.
I haven't even thought about it. I haven't thought about any of it. It's far too early to be thinking about that. They haven't been convicted of anything. There's nothing to pardon. It is far too early to be thinking about it.
So he didn't exactly rule it out, David Chalian.
Not at all. And he has ruled other things out in his ass. So he's making a very deliberate move here to leave some space for himself in the future. He wants to. Of course, he goes on to say that he can pardon himself, that he has absolute power to do so, but that he doesn't need to do so because he's done nothing wrong.
There's a door on the
holds out the possibility that he may think of pardoning these guys down the road, that he just hasn't thought about it yet. You know, Pam, one of the conversations about the president's moment of pardons in the last couple of weeks has been this speculative notion. He's sending a signal to others that he's willing to use the pardon power. Is that something that Manafort and Cohen or Sin or anybody should pay attention to? And by now, I mean, this is literally holding out the possibility that a pardon may be in their future.
It's clear he enjoys the power of pardoning. Most presidents wait till the end of their terms, not this president. Something else he didn't rule out was the firing of his attorney general, who he continues to taunt on Twitter. Here's what he said.
Fire who? We'll see what happens.
Jeffrey Toobin, your reaction.
What a ringing endorsement of his attorney general. No, I mean, look, it's widely acknowledged, as the president has tweeted repeatedly and told people privately, that he detests the fact that Sessions did not tell him that he would recuse himself from the Russia investigation, thus leading to the appointment of Robert Mueller. You know, and this is yet another example of something we have never seen under previous presidents, this continual taunting of his own attorney general. What's particularly chilling about this is that at the same time he is not, supporting his attorney general, he is doing things like he did yesterday, where he was calling for the prosecution of Debbie Wasserman Schultz, low-level aide, who is being investigated in connection with an email scandal. I mean, it is important to remember that in the United States of America, historically, we don't have presidents calling for criminal investigations of political adversaries. This is something that has been outside of the realm of possibility in recent generations. But here we have the president calling for the Justice Department to investigate and incarcerate prominent Democrats and not so prominent Democrats. And I think, in the swarm of tweets and the endless supply of Trump news that we deal with, it's important to focus on the fact of how much a violation of our norms that is. And that, to me, is a heck of a lot more important than this continuing dance with Jeff Sessions.
And we just received a statement in from Muhammad Ali's attorney. I want to read this. It says, "We appreciate President Trump's sentiment but a pardon is unnecessary. The U.S. Supreme Court overturned the conviction of Muhammad Ali in a unanimous decision in 1971. There is no conviction from which a pardon is needed. All right, that is the statement from Muhammad Ali's attorney. A lot more to discuss on this very, very busy Friday morning. We'll be right back. Thank you, Jeffrey Tube and David Chalian.
On the next United Shades of America, Kamal goes to Canada.
Why do you think Canada sort of has that reputation in being inclusive and inviting everybody in? It's not so much a reputation as it is a fact.
United Shades of America, new episode Sunday night at 10. When did you see the sign?
When I needed to create a better visitor experience.
Improve our workflow.
Attract new customers. That's when Fast Signs recommended Fleet Graphics.
Yeah, now business is rolling in. Get started at fastsigns.com.
Only Tylenol Rapid Release Gels have laser-drilled holes. They release medicine fast for fast pain relief. Tylenol.
Sleep disturbances keep 1 in 3 adults up at night. Only RemFresh uses ion-powered melatonin to deliver up to 7 hours of sleep support. #1 sleep doctor recommended RemFresh, your nightly sleep companion. Available in the natural sleep section at Walmart.
Yeah, we can get that submitted by Monday.
At U-Haul,
I got 'em on.
we know every family moves at their own pace. Come on, guys. That's why we have U-Box.
Is that heavy?
Where you can pack in a day,
Hi, Mom.
in a week, in a month. We can store it or ship it.
I think that's the kitchen.
How
You guys excited about the new house?
and when you want it.
Thanks, you've been lifesavers.
Don't want to lift a finger? We got you covered there too. U-Box by U-Haul. Move at your pace. Reserve today at uhaul.com.
I don't think I should ever have.
It's time to celebrate the guy who taught you everything. Stock up on Father's Day gifts at Men's Warehouse.
Again.
Designer suits are $2.99. Plus it's buy one, get one free on select items. Dad's gonna like the way he looks.
There's a new place for senior care with daily laundry service. A place with a day spa. A place where seniors get the care they need in the comfort of home. Home Instead Senior Care.
There is a history of injustice in this country that goes back to the very first day. But there's also a history of people pushing for justice. When we think about fighting the injustice that is this president, I think we should take pride in trying to be part of that tradition.
We have a president that's lied over and over again.
You know, Donald Trump is not a law-abiding citizen. President Trump has made an abomination of the office.
Promote what makes your business great with Vistaprint business cards. With more shapes, paper stocks, and finishes to choose from, you can create the card that's right for your business. 500 standard cards start at just $9.99 when you enter promo code 500cards at Vistaprint.com.
This is where
I try hard to keep a great shape, but it doesn't always come naturally. This I can do easily. Benefiber Healthy Shape is a 100% natural prebiotic fiber that's clinically proven to help you feel fuller, longer. Benefiber Healthy Shape, this I can do.
Ruby Tuesday's new summer platters, just $13.99. Slow-cooked ribs and butternut chicken tenders in 2 flavors, heat or sweet. Who gets the sweet and who gets the heat? Take a wild guess.
She's such a bitch.
Summer platters at Ruby Tuesday.
Watch the horns! What you don't see can hurt you. Today's connected world is full of threats you may not see if you just monitor your credit to help protect your identity. LifeLock sees more, like your personal information on the dark web. And now with the power of Norton, we detect threats like ransomware too, to help protect your identity and devices. Plus, if there's an identity theft problem, we'll work to fix it with our $1 million protection package. Get new LifeLock with Norton, starting at $7.99 a month.
A former Senate Intel Committee staffer accused of repeatedly lying to the FBI is due in federal court this morning in Baltimore. James Wolfe was arrested yesterday. The FBI says he lied to agents who were investigating leaks of classified information to reporters. Before he left for Canada this morning, President Trump slammed leakers.
I believe strongly in freedom of the press. I'm a big believer in freedom of the press. But I'm also a believer in classified information. Has to remain classified. And that includes Comey and his band of thieves who leak classified information all over the place. So I'm a very big believer in freedom of the press, but I'm also a believer that you cannot leak classified information.
Well, CNN Justice correspondent Jessica Schneider is in Baltimore along with Jeffrey Toobin. I'm going to go to you first, Jessica. How did Wolf pop up on the FBI's radar?
Well, Pamela, we know that the FBI and the Justice Department, they have been aggressively pursuing these leaks since really the beginning of the administration. So it was back in October of 2017 that these FBI agents, they approached James Wolf. They said that they were investigating the disclosure of classified information. Now, it's important to note, James Wolf was the security director for the Senate Intelligence Committee, meaning that he was charged with maintaining and really safeguarding classified and sensitive information for the committee and for those lawmakers. Then it was in December of 2017 when James Wolf sat down with FBI agents for a voluntary interview. And in that interview, FBI agents asked him if he had had correspondence, communication with several reporters. They also asked him if he had disclosed any sensitive information to them. James Wolf told them no, and he also elaborated in an interview as well. Well, last night, James Wolf was arrested and he was charged with lying to the FBI, lying to federal investigators, and now we're expecting him here at the federal courthouse in Baltimore to answer to those charges. But really, Pamela, this is significant because this shows that the administration, the Justice Department, will prosecute those involved in leaks. And also, this is the first publicly known time that we know that the Trump administration, in pursuing these leaks, has seized the data, the communications of a reporter, in particular, in this case, a New York Times reporter who did have communications with James Wolf. Pamela?
And we know that one of the reporters, Wolf, that was corresponding with, tell us about this reporter. What do we know?
Right. So the New York Times disclosed the identity of this reporter last night. Her name is Allie Watkins. She had previously worked for BuzzFeed and Politico. And in this article by the New York Times, they disclosed that Allie Watkins had a 3-year relationship with James Wolf dating back to the time where she was an intern in Washington, D.C. So we know that in April 2017, Watkins wrote an article for BuzzFeed. In that article, she disclosed that there was an investigation as to Russian spies targeting Carter Page back in 2013. Of course, we know that Carter Page was later a foreign policy advisor for the Trump campaign. So Allie Watkins was involved in writing that article, and the FBI wanted to know exactly how she got that information. Now, the DOJ actually sent Allie Watkins a letter in February of this year letting her know that her phone and email records had been seized. So, of course, Allie Watkins and other journalists pushing back on this forcefully. Allie Watkins' lawyer last night saying it is very disconcerting when the records of any journalist really are targeted, but a very aggressive approach, Pamela, by the Department of Justice in tackling and targeting these leaks. Pamela?
Jessica, thanks so much. I want to bring in Jeffrey Toobin for perspective here. How significant is this, Jeffrey?
Well, what's really significant here is the investigative techniques used by the Justice Department. You know, I think a lot of people don't know, a lot of journalists don't know that journalists, we don't occupy any special privileged area under federal law. There is no shield law. If we are just like any other citizens, we can be subpoenaed to the grand jury to testify about our sources. We can have our phone records seized. We can have our emails searched by the Justice Department. Now, historically, there has been a policy of restraint on the part of the Justice Department that, in deference to the constitutional role of journalists, they don't investigate us like anyone else. That's begun to change. It began to change under the Obama administration. The Obama administration did start investigating leaks in a way that also touched on investigating journalists. This appears to be a significant step up in terms of aggressive investigating of leaks and thus investigating of reporters. And, you know, it is constitutional. There is no doubt that the Justice Department has the right to subpoena or obtain our phone records, our email records. But if that starts to be routine, that will have a tremendous chilling effect on how we do our jobs. And that's the risk here. And Congress occasionally has talked about putting in some sort of legal safeguards
when it comes to journalists and their reactions with sources, but they haven't done it.
Cut you off or not, apologies if I did. Thank you so much. Well, lawmakers have called for his firing, but EPA Chief Scott Pruitt just got a huge thumbs up from President Trump. We'll show you what the president said up next.
Over the last 24 hours, you've finished preparing him for college. In 24 hours, you'll send him off thinking you've done everything for his well-being. But meningitis B progresses quickly and can be fatal, sometimes within 24 hours. While meningitis B is uncommon, about 1 in 10 infected will die. Like millions of others, your team may not be vaccinated against meningitis B. Meningitis B strikes quickly. Be quick to talk to your teen's doctor about a meningitis B vaccine.
These neighbors are starting right. Miracle-Gro guarantees results with rich potting mix and essential plant for 3 times the blooms. Success is sweet. Miracle-Gro, 3 times the beauty, 1 powerful guarantee.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system can make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now SoClean.com has released the world's first and only automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free.
Turn the commercials on. It's a banana. Choking it down, to be honest with you. Only like I'm mixed and stuff. Get some more peaches. I'm gonna buy my little blender for my fruit smoothies. Oh, that's right, I got some in there. Sorry. I'll drop some of that this time. I should throw it out to the ladies. Oh, it's me. Oh, this sticker, see it? It goes on my coffee to close it. Sticker. Authentic, what does that say? Authentic Italian. Hey.
The most trusted name in news.
The President Trump giving a new vote of confidence for embattled EPA Chief Scott Pruitt. This as criticism grows due to Pruitt's spending habits on the taxpayers' dime. Listen.
Scott Pruitt is doing a great job within the walls of the EPA. I mean, we're setting records. Outside, he's being attacked very viciously by the press, and I'm not saying that he's blameless, but we'll see what happens.
CNN correspondent Sarah Cannon joins us with more details. The list just keeps growing and growing. Sarah? Yeah, Pam, we've been talking all week about how Scott Pruitt is under fire for using his staff for personal errands, and the latest allegation to surface here from the Washington Post that he called on his security staff to pick up his dry cleaning and search for a type of lotion found at Ritz-Carlton hotels. Now, this is shocking, and people are talking about it because Pruitt's security detail is unprecedented. It cost taxpayers $3.5 million last year for round-the-clock security he claims he needs because of death threats. Now, the need has been called into question by members of Congress, so learning that this is how they were at some points used is sure to raise eyebrows as he makes his way through these 13 probes into his behavior at the EPA. Now, another report from the Daily Beast also alleges that Pruitt used his staff to fetch snacks for him, like Greek yogurt and protein bars. And, you know, folks are starting to have a lot of fun with this. Pruitt's become a punching bag for a lot of people on Twitter in recent weeks. Postmates, which is an online errand service, tweeted this yesterday. Hi, just FYI, we are a company called Postmates, and we are willing to drive all around the city looking for a very specific fancy moisturizer, so your security detail doesn't need you, Pam. And what does EPA think of this, Sarah? You know, they're not actually talking to CNN about it. They've given statements to other media.
Well, I have to have certain things, and
generic statements they've said many, many times, simply saying security detail is the same on personal and EPA time. All right, Sarah Gano, thank you for breaking it down for us. We do appreciate it. Well, moments from now, President Trump will arrive in Canada, and he's ready to come out swinging, it appears, against key allies upset over tariffs. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
I'm Chris Cuomo. Let's get after it. He's cleaning your car. Or you guys all sound the same. Just tell the truth.
Prime time, tonight at 9 Eastern on CNN.
If you spit blood when you brush or floss, you may have gum problems and could be on the journey to much worse. Try Parodontax toothpaste. It's clinically proven to remove plaque, the main cause of bleeding gums, for healthy gums and strong teeth. Leave bleeding gums behind with Parodontax toothpaste.
New Super Crispy grown in Idaho frozen fries. Got 100% real Idaho potatoes. They bake up crispy on the outside and tender on the inside. New grown in Idaho Super Crispy fries. Super crispy.
If you're over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days, I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. A free book to help you maximize your retirement income from television host and three-time author Josh Meltzer has been released. This book reveals annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now because we are about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known secrets we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. Call 800-885-1950 now, and you'll receive a free copy of Josh Meltzer's book, Next Gen Annuity Strategies Revealed.
As a bonus, we'll also send you the #1 mistake retirees are making with their investments today, and a free DVD on how you can get up to 33% more income in retirement. Call 800-885-1950 to have your free information kit rushed to your door. Again, that's 800-885-1950.
Death really is this point. An identity is stolen every 2 seconds. See if your social security number has been compromised with a free dark web triple scan at Experian.com/triple.
TrueCar is great for finding new cars. You're smart, you already knew that. But it's also great for finding the perfect used car. You'll see what a fair price is, and you can connect with a TrueCar certified dealer. Now you're even smarter. This is TrueCar.
I've been waiting for you. Join T-Mobile and get Netflix included for the whole family, so you can get lost in space in your own backyard. Or get pumped up for your grand entrance. Only T-Mobile lets you watch your favorite movies and shows in more places without paying more. Get an unlimited family plan with Netflix on us. And right now at T-Mobile, buy one Samsung Galaxy S9 and get one free.
To be a fraud. They
do what you have to do.
I can't stop thinking about her.
My feelings are there, and they're real.
I am not good at pretending.
I love your confidence. Sometimes it's even sexy. Sometimes.
I'm not ready to give up yet. Sometimes I am blind to what's right in front of me.
Have you been told you need neck or back surgery? If so, you do have a choice. Call Laser Spine Institute and say yes to a pain-free life with our minimally invasive spine surgery. It's safer than open back surgery, letting you get back to living life on your terms.
I can lift my son high over my head again.
If you have spinal stenosis, bulging or herniated disc, sciatica, or other chronic spine conditions,
call 1-800-344-PAC now for your free MRI review.
Thanks to a less than 1-inch incision, you'll be up and walking within hours of surgery, so you can get back to your life in days instead of months.
I feel like Laser Spine Institute was an answer to prayer.
Join the thousands of people every year who say goodbye to chronic neck and back pain with Laser Spine Institute. Make today the day you say yes to living a pain-free life.
Call 1-800-344-PAC now for your free MRI review.
United Shades of Miracle with Tamika Melville. New episode Sunday nights at 10.
And we start this Friday morning with breaking news that is incredibly sad.
This is just stunning. It's a terrible shock. It was really a giant, not just for those of us here at CNN, but for what was a global call. We were drawn in by the storytelling. It was really just unlike anyone else out there. It was distinct in every way. It truly was a unique character with a unique ability to connect and tell stories that on the surface were about food. Then very quickly scratched that surface, revealing whole worlds to his neighbors. Now CNN did put out a statement. Part of that it says his love of great adventure, new friends, fine food, drink, remarkable stories of the world, and unique storytellers. Talents never cease to amaze us. It's great. Ordaining the recipe for understanding people, understanding cultures around the world, and creating a TV show before streaming.
We asked Chris questions. What makes him happy? What do you mean? What do you like? Well, then, or no, and ask him very simple questions. You tend to get some astonishing answers.
Ordain was found dead Friday morning by a friend in a hotel in France. He was filming for his award-winning CNN show, Parts Unknown. The cause of his death was suicide.
That's the way to start the show. All of that. And it's a start.
Bourdain started working in kitchens at a young age with a celebrity chef on the way to television. The Smithsonian called him the original rock star in the culinary world. Elements of bad boy chefs. It was his way with words, reverence, curiosity, and warmth. Massive following. Bourdain didn't shy away from talking about fast teams, heavy drug use that included an addiction to heroin, as well as cocaine use. So bad, he said, he should have died in his 20s, but instead led what he called culture of life. He addressed his past head on, highlighting the opioid epidemic in Massachusetts. His show. Bourdain came to CNN in 2013, bringing the show to a global audience. Throughout his TV career, won the award of the Brook. It was the food that lured people in, but viewers knew it was about so much more.
nice looking at year for year flashing lights. We're filling our thoughts with him and his family and everyone out there.
Thank you very much. I'm going to bring in a former personal check that will go for Governor Jeff Bush Brown once again. I know this is a tough day for you as well. Remember about
strength and power. I love that. He was it's totally no nonsense. But I love that. It sits up manage okay. I consider it a nice just because it's amazing. He has to be right. I mean, it's just like he can breathe. No one's so greater than him. And it's so sad. It's so sad. So they're it's just truly it's a huge loss. You know, people in the world. The show was about so much more. It was the disrupting. What he was able to do, Jeff said, he's a reverend, honestly, he's never seen this before, but that's everything. So, ultimately, that's the traditional order of it's true, you have to make that step. That step, not trying to jerk. About getting the essence of that story. And he was able to write it. Maybe the most interesting things we're talking about, whatever. It wasn't people that he loved so much. He loved them. Love.
See, the half of the problem is that you guys are the cause of it. That's the problem. You're the cause of it. So, like when you're letting these people get out of people's bank accounts and steal out their money out of their account, then pretending like they're incapable of paying for somewhere to stay, and then you keep all of their stuff and they're walking around until they die. Most likely, at some point, they're going to commit suicide because they can't live there.
It's very touching. She said success is not a cure for depression, but success is not accident.
That doesn't constitute mental illness. That constitutes being tortured.
And you think they have
if you weren't torturing me or that person, these kind of scenarios don't happen.
You know, they're looking at the show now. There is a couple of powerful things. Now, one of this is, you said those dates, 99 to 2016. That includes a downturn of 2008. And so a lot of people were not affected during that time. And so that may be part of the reason
I don't think it has anything to do with the fire department. I think it has everything to do with the person you're doing it to. You don't want them to have a fire department. I can't figure out why. Can you? Because when they get on there and they're a bunch of fucking lying whores, I can tell before they even start talking what they're lying about. Exactly. So when I do it to you, every time you go get money out of your account, I'm just going to charge you whatever's left in it, so you won't have any money to pay your house payment, and then I'm going to go live at your house. So I took it. Then I'm going to get in your car, I'm going to drive it past you while you're walking down the street. So it's not looking out for signs of people failing. It's looking out for the person who just fucking goddamn stole everything you have. I don't know why they wouldn't want that person, the other person, to be able to defend themselves now. I don't get that. That's a fucking fucked up situation. They want to make it, all of a sudden he's going to try and make it look like that's not what I want a weapon for. My weapon is going to go pointing at you. Not at me. Yeah. You. You're fucking. Then I'm going to go back and then I'm going to say, and you're incapable of taking care of your children. And I wasn't taking your money. I was taking child support. My commercial says home instead senior care. First of all, I don't have home care. Second of all, it obviously wouldn't be a crackhead that would have access to being my home care person. Years ago, they sent home care over years ago. So when I say years ago, that doesn't mean you can change the date on my phone and break in my room. You fucking bitch. Might look kind of weird just like running in place without my Wii thing hooked to my back. Wouldn't it? And I'm not quite sure why, but she doesn't want me to be able to working out. You know, the crackhead. She doesn't want me to be able to work out. So it looks like I'm a crackhead. See what time it is, and then I run for a half hour. It's usually what I run for, 10, 15. I'll just do it. If I change my clothes, then it'll look like I'm her. Because they'll get ready to have whatever I have changed into. Her walk up and down the hallway, like peeping her door open really quietly. Walking past the flashlight that's got a camera on it to make it look like it's her. You're fucking with it. TV. I don't know, we'll see how many commercials come on that are pre-taped and staged to make it sound like that's what's going on in my bedroom. You're fucking.
Emmanuel Macron investing Trudeau, and when they take that traditional group photo, it's going to happen at about 2 o'clock Eastern time, and we will be watching the body language closely because obviously not only are there very public rifts between these leaders, but in private, you can bet that the issue of Russia will come up in discussion.
Absolutely. If it doesn't happen on Twitter before then. Boris Sanchez, thank you very much. Joining me now to discuss Democratic Congressman Dick Heck. He sits on the House Intel Committee. Congressman, thank you for coming on. First question, your reaction to what the president said about bringing Russia back to the negotiating table and turning G7 back to G8.
Well, a couple of things, Pam. The first of which is he demonstrates yet again a seemingly infinite capacity to shock and amaze people. Secondly, you know, if you look back over the last 18 months of his administration, the president has clearly been a whole lot tougher on our traditional friends and allies, whether it's Justin Trudeau in Canada, Theresa May in England, or Angela Merkel in Germany, or Emmanuel Macron in France, than he is on Vladimir Putin. The truth of the matter is that he has systematically alienated the very foundation of coalition countries that has enabled us to grow a global peace and prosperity by and large over the last 70 years. And the problem I have with it is, what's the strategy here? It's not clear to me what he sees as the end game here.
Do you see, though, looking at his side, what the benefits could be in having Russia back at the negotiating table for what is viewed as an important summit and happening right now in Canada?
Well, I guess I would quote one of my favorite leaders of all of history, Sir Winston Churchill, who said, "It is better to jaw than it is to war. And so talking is better than not talking." That said, anybody who has raised children, knows you don't reward bad behavior. So unless Russia gets to the point where they're willing to cease their bad behavior, whether it's the annexation, which is frankly a clinically sterilized word, means invasion, their invasion of Crimea or their interference of Western democracies, then I see no objective or constructive purpose to be served by rewarding their behavior.
What do you think is the overall signal being sent here? Let's look big picture. The president has been sparring with our U.S. allies over Twitter ahead of the G7 summit, and yet at the same time, he has made it very clear he's looking forward to going to Singapore for the North Korea summit. He'll be cutting out of the G7 early to go to Singapore, and now he's making this overture to Russia on this. What is the larger signal here?
There's no larger signal. That was my earlier point that I was trying to make. There is no strategic framework here. We're basically creating
our allies. I'm not talking about strategy, I'm talking about the signal to our allies. What do you think they think?
Our allies have made pretty clear what they think, whether it's Prime Minister Abe in Japan who signaled his concerns about the impending summit in Singapore, or the other G7 nations. They've made it pretty clear what they think of this. And it's not much, by the way.
All right, and let me just ask you this, because there has been this bitter back and forth between the president and Macron and Trudeau after the U.S. imposed tariffs on steel and aluminum. What do you think of this strategy that the president is employing here? He says he's going to level the playing field when it comes to trade.
So you can't conduct diplomacy by tweet feed, and you can't conduct trade policy by tweet feed. I don't believe the president really does have a strategy other than what is it that I can do to dominate the news cycle for the next 24 hours? What is the most outrageous thing I can say? And of course, he's got incredible things here, including this suggestion this morning that we have to readmit Russia into the G8, notwithstanding Russia's continuing extremely bad behavior. So I don't believe there is a strategy other than how do I keep myself at the top of the news cycle, hour in and hour out.
Anything else you want to add, Democratic Congressman Denny Heck, on what we heard from the president this morning ahead of the G7?
No, I think that if the president were to pick up the phone and call me, however, what I would say to him is that throughout the nearly 250 years of American history, we have been allowed to grow and prosper, to create the American dream for a lot of reasons, including the fact that both our northern and southern border were occupied by countries that we consider not just allies but friends who largely share the same values, and to alienate those countries is to do so at America's peril. I hope he'll reflect upon that and change his course of action.
Congressman Heck, thank you for coming on and sharing your perspective.
Thank you, Ben.
Well, a former Senate Intel Committee staffer who had access to top secret information is now accused of leaking that data and then lying about it. We'll be back.
Wonder if I don't need to pause it. Change into my sports bra. I'll do it underneath my clothes in my bedroom. That makes it a little bit easier on me when I'm jogging. But, you know, if I change my clothes, then I'm having sex. So.